Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a video I'm really excited to do because it's going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of favorites and things I'm recommending to you. Yes, this is going to be my monthly favorites, but also the new Ulta fall 21-day sale just dropped and I was kind of perusing through there and going, I want to tell you guys now so you can plan ahead on the things that I personally love that you can get a great deal on. I love that. That's why I love the Ulta 21-day sale. Sometimes it feels like the year is like, this one's not so great. Then there are sale years that I'm just like, it is so good. Let's get into it. So this is going to be a little bit of both. What am I loving right now in my summer girl season? And then what am I going to be loving into fall with the Ulta 21-day sale? What am I maybe going to be purchasing myself? Because there are some things in there that I'm like, that is such a cult favorite for me. I'm going to need to buy that. I'm going to need to. Grab your tea, grab your snack, grab your water, get comfy, and let's dive into a favorites and Ulta 21-day sale recommendations video. Cheers! I've been trying a lot of new makeup behind the scenes. If you watched my last Get Ready With Me video where I really go down the rabbit hole and it's really chatty and long, but I talked to you guys about a recent scammer situation where a brand was pretty much pretending to be Too Faced Cosmetics, saying they wanted to work with me. I was doing a Get Ready With Me, and you're going to see some of those products that I'm going to be talking about today in action there, because I've been trying a lot of new things. Some stuff is new, some of it is high-end, some of it is drugstore, some of it is just new to me, and I'm super excited to kind of share with you right now my ultimate favorites that I'm reaching for over and over again. And some of these are brand spanking new and shocked me because I have sensitive skin, and I was like, am I going to break out this month? Because this summer my skin has been going through it, but I'm having no breakouts right now, and I am loving a new SPF primer that is not going to break the bank. Let's talk about this e.l.f. Sun Touchables Invisible Sunscreen. This is the e.l.f. Skin, and I am loving this. This is SPF 35 in it. And I will be really real with you, as I always am. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, you can follow me right here. Adam and I are in the middle of we're getting towards the end of our August challenge where we are going into the ocean every single day. We're swimming in the ocean, so I am putting my skin through the ringer because I always protect all of my skin, but my face skin and my neck and décolletage skin specifically. So I have been really curious, will this live up to the hype? Will this protect me from getting burned? Because I will very easily burn on the face. I go red immediately. This has definitely been saving the game for me. And it is also, the big news, not been breaking me out. As a sensitive skin girl, I can break out with other SPFs. I can break out with just adding a different type of texture to my skin. It can just be mad at me and just go on a rampage. You guys have seen it this summer. But right now, my skin is doing so great. Even though I'm going to the beach every day, I'm kind of putting my face through all of those environmental things, also in the ocean. Having a lot of fun with it though. Probably one of my best summers ever as an adult, and I love saying that. So I love that I can try some of these really affordable products that are working for me, not breaking me out, protecting my skin. Everything is looking just so good, and I love it. So thank you, e.l.f. for this Sun Touchables Invisible Sunscreen. I actually found this at Target in the men's section. It made me so happy to see that e.l.f. and other drugstore brands are starting to target the male demographic, because my husband was very quick to be like, hey, this is that brand you like. Should we get this to try it? And I walked over there going, wait, what? I love that. That's amazing. I'm also really excited to say I am trying a new product that's kind of gone viral just in general this summer. I am not much of a cream or liquid girl when it comes to bronzers, blushes. You guys have seen it, but you've also seen me here on my channel get introduced to new things and then fall in love with them. So something that I just finally went to Ulta, went to go buy it, and it was nowhere to be found. The sweet guy that was working there went to the back to find the last one for me. This is the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi. You guys know we got the blush earlier this year, and I was like, okay, this actually worked better than I thought it would. So this was a true introduction for me to a bronzer that I'm honestly using all over my face. Now, I have worn this alone by itself, where you get a lot more pow, a lot more like boom bronziness, but then I've also been using it with some of my favorite skincare, because like I said, I'm doing a lot of beach days and it's kind of drying out my skin. I'm kind of needing to do a little bit more love for my skin in the mornings and in the evenings, so I'm putting it together with some of my favorite products. and it's doing a great job. This morning I even did it or like in different orders with my primers with e.l.f. and it is still doing great. I can put it before or after and it doesn't matter. It's still working great, and so is this. I really feel like it also just kind of like gets better into your skin after you use it with skincare or without skincare. Definitely mix it up if you're doing it with skincare. Let it sit for a second before you move on, and it really just absorbs into your skin and becomes one. It doesn't look patchy. It really looks nice. It doesn't look orange, and it just smooths all over the skin to give you that glow. I have done just this to run around and get errands, go get my prescriptions, go to the store really quick, and this just gives you that nice even tan, kind of that glowy summer goddess feel that I'm still going to be pulling into September, probably a little bit into October too, because I love it and I think it's so good. This, I mean, I'm loving Drunk Elephant. This I feel like is a year I'm really getting introduced to new brands, and Drunk Elephant is one of the top ones that I am loving. I also really appreciate that this is the anti-pollution sunshine drops. This is good for your skin because it does have peptides in it. It's a really good product for your skin and to complement your makeup. Also, I'm also really kind of getting more in the sun, obviously, this month, so I'm getting more tan, but when I SPF the snot out of my face, a lot of times, too, my face is way paler than the rest of my body just because I put, like, SPF 1 zillion on my face, so this also helps me to match the rest of myself so I can use my makeup. A brand that reached out to me that I had never heard before, but it is a cruelty-free product, so I was really curious to try the MICCILO Soft Matte Foundation. I have now tried this a couple of days. I did try this on in the Get Ready With Me where I was chatting with you as well, and I have loved how this looks on my skin. I think this is buildable. I think this does a really good job, though, of covering up all of the imperfections that I have and really kind of getting in there, making everything look smooth and even, and then it lasts. You guys, it has been, we're in a weird heat time even for Florida. I know most people that if you don't live here, you just think, oh, Florida's always hot, Florida's always humid. I'm gonna tell you now, some of my hottest summers were Midwest summers, because you could be in the triple digits before heat index, and that doesn't happen here in Florida. We don't have that. What we've been experiencing is record high temperature days here in Florida now, with being in the high 90s, but then our heat index being up in the triple digits for now 2-3 weeks on end. We have broken all of the records this month. It's been wild. The locals here who've been born and raised here are not used to this in the least. So we have been really going through the hotness. So the reason I'm telling you all of that information is because this has stayed on through the day. I have even worn this in the ocean, you guys, because sometimes when we're doing these fun challenges, Adam and I do a full makeup routine before I'm jumping in the ocean. And since I've already been putting on some SPF as a base, there have been days where I have had to just go in with full makeup on into the ocean. And I will be telling you guys, because you have asked me about what snorkel gear I use. This foundation has even lasted. I'm not saying it's waterproof, but it has still kept me looking okay when I am swimming in the ocean at the end of the day really quickly before the sun goes down. Having a good time with it. So I'm really enjoying this. It is a soft matte. It is something that is very complimentary, doesn't show texture. I'm wearing only this today. I have mixed this also with some other foundations. If I was trying to like maybe tweak color or something, check out how it would lay. It does a great job. I really think my skin is looking great, and I have found myself wanting to reach for this even over some of my drugstore favorites right now. So I'll go ahead and link them below for you as well. Now, you guys, there was just, okay, that foundation was so good though in my Get Ready With Me, I almost forgot a concealer. That's how well I think it covers some of the darker areas under my face or the texture that I'm trying to cover up. But there is a new concealer in my life that I just realized there is a concealer I'm going to talk about in the Ulta 21 day sale that I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get that again. But this one is doing so good, I'm almost wondering what they'd be like in a battle against each other. This is high end. I recently saw my girl Samantha March. She influenced me in a couple of different purchases this month, as you will see, and this is definitely one of them. This is the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam Concealer. This, I understand now why I've seen YouTube and Instagram flooded with this product, because it is that good. It's not just like the hot thing of the moment that's a new release from a great brand. This is a great product. This is something that I'm like, if you are curious, and I know some of you guys, when I told you I would be trying this, started messaging me being like, okay, I've only tried her shadows, or I've only tried maybe her blushes or her bronzers. Tell me what you think. It's my new favorite concealer that I'm using even when I'm not doing full makeup. This is such a creamy, smooth concealer that what I will say about it is it does not show creasing. I have very expressive eyes, very big. It goes really nicely into your skin even if you don't have on foundation. I know a lot of us have been more into that clean girl vibe the past few years where maybe you just want to cover up the fact that you're not sleeping well, you've got some texture or some troubled areas. It is covering up things beautifully, living in the crevices, going through the large, insane heat indexes that we have been dealing with and been amazing on my skin. This is honestly my new favorite Holy Grail concealer. It is a bit pricier, and I do think, I don't know if I'll have it by the time this video goes up, I'm now gonna have a code with Natasha Denona. They did reach out to me and asked if I wanted to be an affiliate to give you guys a discount. So I'm hoping that's given to me by the time this video goes up, but if not, I will let you know in a future video what that is, because that is amazing. And I was heavily influenced to try this because I'd heard so much about it, and now I'm like, if you have bossy pores, sensitive skin, maybe you've got some dark under eyes and you've got skin where it can melt off in the summer, this is doing so good. This is so good if you have skin similar to me. I'm loving it. But I've also heard people with dry skin love it too, for the record. And I feel like I've become more combo-y as the years have gone on, if that helps at all. Something else new that I was influenced to get, thanks to our girl Samantha March, was the new LAWLESS powder. Well, it's new to me. I don't know exactly how new it is to the market, but this is the perfecting powder. It's talc-free. It is a light to medium shade, the one I'm using. And honestly, I would agree with what Samantha March had said about this when she was like, I have a new Holy Grail powder. So what I like about this is, yes, you can use it with a sponge, and I haven't done that yet. I need to see about adding more coverage because I've been using this only with a brush because that's how I've used so many of my powders. I will say this gives you more of that natural powder look versus the Dior powder that she was talking about, because she influenced me like 2 years ago to buy that powder, because that powder has more of a filter to your face. It definitely gives you more of that real life filter with the Dior, and it's way pricier, but it gives you so much more coverage that you kind of have a hard time matching your face to your body because it looks so different. And it's not about color, it's just about the way it all looks texturally different. It's still really good though, I won't lie, that one's really good. But this is so much more natural, but gives you some nice coverage. It lets everything sit down, helps. I use this as a setting powder today, and I've used it as a setting powder a few different days. It makes the skin still look very smooth, very even, but it's not that extra bit of coverage where you're like, it just doesn't even look real almost. I'm still playing around with this some more. Like I said, I still want to use it with the sponge to give it a higher coverage because I've only used it with a brush. So it's a lot looser, kind of takes a little bit more coats over the skin. I want to play with this some more, but right now I am definitely liking this. I think this is way more into the natural girl vibe that we're loving, and it's less expensive than some of those high-end powders like Dior and other things like that, but it's still really quality. I'm really liking it. It's a nice finely milled powder that's still getting in the crevices. Like I said, it's talc-free, so we love that. And yeah, I'm really liking this LAWLESS new powder. Summer is definitely when your girl needs all the powder, all of it. But I also don't want to be like crepey, and I need something to help me stay down. And I've gone through all of my Urban Decay setting sprays. This is empty, like there's nothing left. There's like tiny bits left, and I'm trying to get the rest of it out. I need to go buy more. You always get a better deal with the 2-for-1 when there's 2 in 1 because you get a better bang for your buck with that. But every time I go to my Ulta, it's sold out, so I'm just gonna have to order it online. But this is a all year round staple for me, but August, absolutely. September, absolutely, because it's still really hot in September. Let's not play, it is. I only have one lip product on right now, and the reason I have that on, because I want you to see the beautiful color that it is before I put on something else that I'm loving this month. I went shopping, as you can tell, this month, and I've never tried REM Beauty. This is the Ariana Grande line. However, I'm not like a big Ariana fan, if I'm going to be honest, but what I was really drawn to was the color of this liquid lipstick. I was doing a bunch of swatching one day while I was in an Ulta, and this color, the shade Leave Me a Message, reminded me so much from what I can remember of the ColourPop Aquarius, the liquid lipstick from like what, 2016, 2017. That was my jam. I still have Aquarius 2. That has more of a purple base to it, so it's a little bit of a different vibe, whereas I wanted more the rosy pinkness, little brown tone at the base, and that's what I'm wearing right now. And this reminds me so much of that color that I wish ColourPop would bring back. It's a very nice nude lip. It's something that I feel like is universal for all year long wear. It's way more comfortable. I don't feel like I get that really tight lip feeling to it, but it is still a liquid lipstick. So what I like about it is that it will last through. Drinking my water doesn't really transfer much. I can wear it for a much longer amount of time, and I love the shade. And I like the moussiness of this. I would say this has more of a whipped feel to it, very moussey vibes. I am liking that. But something I still right now am putting on top of it because I am trying so much new makeup. The Florence Oh Whale Tinted Lip Balm. This one is in the shade Peach. It's such a cute little component because look at this. It's even got a little whale on it. It's so adorable. It's also super comfortable on top of a lipstick or alone. I am loving this. I've been loving this since I picked it up. It's one of my new favorites. Millie Bobby Brown is the owner of Florence Cosmetics, so I wasn't really sure how I would feel about it because celebrity makeup brands can be hit or miss sometimes. There's obviously some standout knockouts that always go well, but then there's other ones that you're like, why? Nobody asked for this, and it's not even good. This is really good. I do like this, so I'm intrigued to try more of her line. Okay, I had to go get this out of my handbag because I've used it so much that it was living in there, and I use this every single day. Anytime I'm going anywhere and I need a little juicing up of the lips, whether I'm wearing makeup or not wearing makeup, this is my new holy grail. This is an e.l.f. tinted lip balm, and this one is in the shade Strawberry. This one I feel like is a little bit more lipsticky from Florence. It's a tinted lip balm, but this one is super juicy from e.l.f. So they have different purposes. So I love them both. Obviously I have a type when it comes to color for summertime, as you could tell. This one is way more lipsticky, a little bit more of a finer finished look to it. This one is something I'm wearing in the dead heat when I go to soccer games with my husband, when I'm running around doing errands. It is so juicy, so good. I love this formula. It is tinted. This one is more of a true tinted lip balm versus something with some opaque coverage. It's just very different, but both so good. I'm loving both of them. And as we can tell by these swatches, your girl has always had a type. It's who I am. My soul also goes well with my neutral undertones. This was also only $4. So if you're wanting to not break the bank, because this Florence product is way pricier, but again, it's a different type of makeup, I would say. This is more lipsticky, this is more lip balmy and juicy. e.l.f. is $4, and I love that. Natasha and I have been having a love affair this month, and I'm already eyeballing her latest palette that's coming out. So I've got thoughts. I don't know what I'm doing just yet, but I did, while I was getting the concealer, purchase one of her mini palettes. This is the mini bronze palette. As you can see, she is stunning. She is so pretty, and applying it is like a dream. I have been really leaning into a lot of her cooler toned palettes. So this for me I thought was a nice reintroduction to some of her warm tones for the summer. I think it's beautiful, and her newer palette is also cool toned. So that's why I was like, let's do some warm tones. Something that's a little bit more summer vibes, something I can pull into the fall, but obviously you could use warm tones or cool tones whenever you want, but I just haven't had anything fresh from her that was warm toned. So I'm loving playing with this. It does feel a tad limiting because it is only one of the minis, which is why I think I am really wanting to maybe purchase one of her bigger palettes soon, and that's why that new one is speaking to me. But also Patrick Ta's about to have a nude palette come out that is also speaking to me. It's all mattes, but it still looks so yummy. Whereas the Natasha one has more shimmers, more different textures, so that's why I think that one's just looking pretty good. But this is also really nice. Her minis are a great way to be able to afford some of the Natasha Denona shadows without having to commit to either the size or price of one of her bigger palettes. And I think the formula on this is really, really good. So definitely recommend our girl Natasha. And again, if I get that code before this video goes up, I will leave it in here and on the description box, but if not, I'll keep you posted. I was also influenced by my girl Andrea Mattiliano. She and I have had very similar skin. She and I have collabed in the past and chatted. I take a lot of her recommendations pretty seriously. We like the same types of makeup. We have very similar skin, the whole thing. She loved the Milani highly rated anti-gravity mascara, and when I heard her say that, she also turned me on to the Essence mascara, so I was like, well, she knows what she's talking about, so I gotta try this. And this is now my new favorite mascara. Still love some Essence, but it does have some of it flakes on me more than the others do during the day. And you know, I love the lashes, but this one is just on another level. This anti-gravity mascara is so quality. I will curl my lashes, use a couple pumps of this, really notice the exaggeration of my lashes, see how good they look, let them dry a little bit, and yes, I do the extra pumps towards the end. You don't need to do that if you don't want to, but I do just because my eyes are so big and I feel like it helps to really spread the lashes. I have now used this for a couple of weeks and it just seems to keep getting better for me personally. So this is something I'm really loving from Milani. I love a good drugstore mascara because they can get crazy expensive at Ulta, Sephora, you know, the name brands that are really good, but they're so pricey and you only get it for 3 months. I sometimes just want to invest in the higher market things and things that I know I can use for a longer amount of time. And mascaras that are really, really good, I can get them at the drugstore for cheaper. I love that. I like the wand on this. I like the formula. It's not too wet. It doesn't make a mess. I think it is a really good mascara. Definitely think it's worth checking out if you like mascara the way I do to make your lashes look a little bit more fluffy, kind of give you some false lash effect, but not being overwhelming. I'm trying to go through these pretty quickly because I have so much to talk to you guys about because I want to get to the Ulta 21-day sale, but really quickly, I do want to tell you about some jewelry that you guys have been asking me about. I have been getting some jewelry off of Amazon because I'm kind of in my beach girl era. This one right here is going to be linked in my Amazon shop along with these. Well, along with this one, but I'm going to link this one below because I did not like the one I got from Amazon. So this is a nail shell ring. It is super cute. It goes around as like a nail and it's got a shell design on it. Super cute. I will definitely be linking this in my Amazon. I believe you pronounce the brand Hy-Glam, and it is some fashion jewelry. I've been loving this and wearing this in the ocean and it's not turned my finger green. Along with this starfish here, the starfish ring I got from Amazon. I again have been wearing this in the ocean and it has done a great job not turning my finger green. It is a silver plated fashion ring from LZD. And I had 2 of these. So I bought one off of Amazon in like a rose gold. It's just like a wave. This one is already turning my finger green, unfortunately. So I happened to find Pure Vita and they have them in different shades too. And so far this has not turned my finger green. I've been wearing it in the ocean. They have it in gold plated, silver plated, or rose gold. I have been loving these quite a bit. I'm totally in my beach girl era, living my best life, so I've been accessorizing like I do. And some people have been asking about what I use for snorkeling, so I'm definitely going to be linking that as well. Maybe I'll create a whole new Amazon storefront for beach girl or whatever. It is a full face mask with a airflow that is protective. So what that means is it's a full mask so you can breathe regularly. You could breathe through your nose, you could breathe through your mouth. I figured I may have that struggle when I'm learning, so I got the full mask version of it. And you do measure your head to kind of see which one you would be, large, medium, or small. And the piping at the top for the breathing, it will automatically close if there's a big wave that comes and you're not expecting it, or you go down deeper to pick up a shell or to look at something. It will protect you from getting water in the tube so you don't accidentally ingest some of the salt water. It also is a whole bundle, so it comes with the mask, the fins, some earplugs, some replacement pieces. I have been loving it. I told Adam I was going to get those for us for like our summer excursions of just things we wanted to do this summer. His is a little bit bigger than mine, but you can mix and match the sizes of the masks and the shoes. And they have been really great to use this summer. And I've been loving learning how to snorkel and being more one with my beach girl vibe. The reason I moved here like 5 years ago, I feel like I'm only just now getting into my new beach girl era and I am loving it. It's making me so happy. Speaking of my beach girl era, I also want to say thank you to Function of Beauty. This is just some PR they had randomly sent me a while back, and I have been doing, like I said, these swims every single day. So this is gifted to me But what I've been doing is I have curly hair, and you're not supposed to wash curly hair every single day. It'll start getting frizzier, it just won't do well, but when you're in the ocean, you're like, what am I gonna do? So what I've been doing is after a swim, I rinse all of the salt water out of my hair, and then I've just been using a little bit of this texture setting spray, and it's really more for straight hair, it even says so, but it is for soft bounce and texturizing spray with coconut sugar. So what I've been doing is just spraying this all over my head after I have rinsed out all of the salt water out of the shower, scrunched it up a bit, and this is what my hair looks like. This is like literally all I've been doing the entire month of August. I'm probably down to about here with this product because I've been using it so regularly this whole month. But this is saving me on days like this where I've still got Zoom calls. I still want to film. I don't want my hair to look like a drowned rat or no body at all, but I can't wash my hair every single day. It's just not good for my hair type. So it has been doing a really good job. I literally just sleep with my hair up in a bun and kind of go on about my day. So I just do this after the shower. It works great. All right, this was a lot jam-packed in to tell you my favorites in lifestyle and makeup. So now let's talk about the Ulta 21-day sale. Let me get my laptop because we got some stuff to talk about and things I might be getting. Okay, I might be looking down a bit because I do have my laptop right in front of me. So we're gonna be looking at the sales. They are starting August 27th. And there's already some decent things looking like for week 1. So that's kind of why I wanted to give you guys some time, marinate on it, look through some reviews, maybe figure out what's in your collection, what could you use a sprucing up of, and let's dive in. I'm not going to go through every little thing just because I'm only wanting to tell you the things I have experience with or things that I've heard are really good. The LAWLESS Pro Collagen Night Cream, it is normally $105 and it is going to be $52.50. I have had amazing experience with LAWLESS as a brand, but also their skincare. I think that they are great. I have gotten some really great skincare days from that product, from a lot of their products actually. So their Pro Collagen Night Cream I think is a little thick for my personal skin that's pretty sensitive, but I always saw benefits when using this product. So good. I do have it. I have to use it kind of sparingly or at certain seasons, but I do like it, and some people aren't as sensitive as me, so you might love it all the time. I know some of you do. First Aid Beauty is always really great. I'm so glad to say they are now cruelty-free. I love that, and I can recommend them because this face cleanser that is normally $24, now going to be $12. That's one I've had before, and Adam liked it too, so I might be getting that. Okay, there is something in here I need to tell you is not great for me. In the first 5 days, there is a Beauty Stat Cosmetics Universal C Eye Perfector. That brand really broke me out pretty bad, and some of you guys reached out to me ahead of time to try to warn me to let me know that it broke you out too. Just wanted to give you a heads up. Now this one is for under eye cream, so maybe it won't be as bad as like the all over cream, but that brand specifically really made me break out. Keys is also that day. Some people have really good experience with the Keys skincare. I'm kind of hit or miss with that one. Anastasia Beverly Hills, I feel like she owns Ulta 21-day sales because you're always going to see the few staple products in there. But people that don't do, you know, the makeup community the way YouTube does the makeup community, this may be like their favorite time of year because they can get their staples they've used for years and years and years. So you're always going to see certain ones in there. The Stila Stay All Day Smudge Sticks are actually really good. They're normally $22. They're going to be $11 on August 30th. Ooh, okay, so this oh man, so next week there's some good stuff. So a first time steal that I think some people might really like are the Tarte Man-Eater Blush and Glow Cheek Plumps. I have liked their lip glosses, and at first I thought they were lip glosses, but they are a blush and cheek glow. So that could be a time for an opportunity to try them if you don't know if you like them or if you love them. They're normally $27 and they're gonna be $13.50. Something that stopped me in my tracks was what's happening on the 31st though with Smashbox and the Becca collab, because we know Becca is no more, rest her soul. She was one of our favorites here on this channel. The under eye brightening corrector is going to be $16.50 and it's normally $33. Like, I have a feeling that's gonna sell out. So I need to get that on, I need to put that in my calendar actually, like almost right now, because that one is gonna be super exciting. I have loved that under eye corrector for years. So many of you guys have too. That's exciting to see back in our Ulta 21 day sale. It's giving some nostalgia and we love it. I have tried some stuff from OC. This is gonna be a first time steal on September 1st. This is the Algae Body Butter. Normally $56, it's $28. I've never tried the body butter, but I've had their mists and stuff that feel so good on the skin for this time of year. So I could imagine the body butter's pretty good. I don't really recommend anything from Kylie Cosmetics, to be honest, so I honestly can't say that's probably good. Fenty Beauty by Rihanna, her Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighters. So I have had some of those highlighters before, and they are blingy. They are like 2016 blingy, and you know, what's old is new again as far as highlighters go. There is something else that's gonna be coming up in the sale that I'm gonna tell you. If you wanna get a highlighter, skip this and get the other thing I'm gonna be telling you about, because I think these are okay. They're not my favorite formula. I had a really gold one that was kind of obnoxious on my skin tone, so I couldn't really use it for face. It was more for eyes, but it is beautiful. It's got a lot of shine. It's got a lot of like, if you like some bling highlighter, that could be your jam. But there's another one coming up that I have to tell you I highly recommend and still have all in my collection, and I don't have the Fenty highlighters anymore, if that tells you. I'm kind of curious about the Maracuja Juicy Glow Tint. That one's happening on September 2nd. I'm kind of curious about that because I've loved a lot of the Maracuja line, and I could see that being pretty good. All right, week 2, starting September 3rd. Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Longwear Concealer. I have raved about that concealer nonstop. I think I still have one. I do, but she's like, I am scraping the sides. There is not much left to her. The shade I've used is Pearl. That is a super high coverage. This is the one that I told you. I just bought this high-end Natasha Denona, and she is amazing, and I love her. It's probably my new favorite. This is so good too, though. This has lasted great in the summers, great in the winters. Doesn't crease, doesn't crack under the eyes. It is high coverage though, but it's normally $35. It used to be like $30. I think at one point it was $29. It just kept creeping up in price, but it's gonna be $17.50, and I could see that selling out, at least in certain shades. So if you're interested, set your alarm for September 3rd. I loved this. Urban Decay Cosmetics has some stuff going on the 3rd as well. I really did like the all-nighter powder, but it is super high coverage. You only need a little bit. I feel like I used a fluffy brush with it. I never hit pan on it though. I ended up decluttering that in one of my past, more recent declutters because I found I wasn't reaching for it over all the a million other powders that I have. I love Peach and Lily, you guys. I have so much of the Peach and Lily line. I started my face today with some Peach and Lily. I have their glass skin transforming. I have their transparency spot treatments. I have their Wild Dew treatment essence in my bathroom, and that is definitely going to be in the sale. The Wild Dew treatment essence, normally $39, is gonna be $19.50. I love this brand so much. They're also gonna be having a online only offer on September 5th for the Peptide Pro Firming Moisturizer. I've tried their matcha moisturizer, but not that one. So that one, that's intriguing to me. You guys, on September 6th, it's like an old friend is back and she's for sale. I love that Smashbox did bring back some staples from Becca because the highlighters are back and they are amazing, and I'm even wearing some of them today on my face and on the body because they are so good. I'm curious, are they telling us what shades they have? I think they only bought so many shades. They even have the minis that are going to be available as well, I think. So Champagne Pop is obviously like the one everyone knows. So they do have 5 colors. They've got Champagne Pop, Opal, which was also a standout that was more neutral with a white soft pearl pink look to it. Moonstone, I have that one too. I think I bought so many when I knew they were going out of business. Rose Quartz, I do not have that one. That one's like a neutral pale pink. And then for deeper skin tones, there's also the Chocolate Geode. All of those are going to be on sale. They're normally $23 to $42, depending on if you get the mini or the full size. The full size is obviously $42. They're going to be down to $11.50 to $21. So $21 for a full size one. Y'all, I have so many of these. This is why I'm like, if you're going to get a highlighter, this is the one Nicole recommends. I still have 6 that I have in rotation in my beauty drawer, and I still have backups of these because they're so good. Today, I have one of the limited edition ones, so I almost don't want to tell you, but it's Dreamsicle. This is what I'm wearing on my inner corner today and on the cheeks and on the body. I love them. All of the formulas, so good, creamy, don't show texture. You can bling it out if you want to, or it could be way more subtle. You can have options with it. Whereas I felt like with the Killawatt, she's bam, she's blinging, she's there, you cannot unsee her. This one, you can take your time with, or you could go full on boom. It's up to you. On September 7th, I can tell you I am regularly also using the Murad Vitamin C Essential C-Day Moisturizers with SPFs in them. I am loving those. Like I said, I'm going to the beach a lot, so I have been using those on weekends, weekdays, under makeup, all alone. They work great for my skin and they don't break me out. And they're normally so much pricier. It was like an investment when I bought the first round. Normally they're like up to 68 bucks. They're 49 to 68. Can get them on the online offer only on September 7th for $24.50 to $34. So I think that is so good if you're needing some moisturizers with SPFs, so you can just get it all done in one. It looks like on September 8th, Tarte has a special surprise we won't know about until that day. So maybe you want to come back and see. And that's kind of the most I'm seeing for that week. Going into the third week, September 10th through the 16th, I've heard the Urban Decay Cosmetics Hydromaniac Tinted Moisturizer. I heard that's good. It's got some more tint to it, so you've got a little bit more coverage, but it's mostly for people that are not oily. Like there's a lot of shine to that. And if you're really oily, that may be too much. If you're combo, you may like it. But I did hear that about it. It's $33 normally. It's going to be down to $16.50. Now, I really wanted this palette at some point. The Too Faced palette. On September 10th, the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes eyeshadow palette, normally $52, is going to be $26. However, I've already said in this video, I'm eyeballing a new Natasha Denona palette that's like all the nudes. And then there's also a Patrick Ta one that's going to be all the nudes. So I don't know if it's like too little too late for this palette for me personally. It might be though, but that is going to be on sale for $26, but it's normally $52, so that's a good deal. I thought we might see some Jaclyn Cosmetics in here, and she is throughout the sale. As we know, or if you don't know, Jaclyn is another content creator here on YouTube and Instagram, but she's closing her businesses, so we kind of thought we'd see some of her stuff kind of trickling through. Well, her brands are being closed for her. It's kind of the real of it, but that's drama that we're not getting into. That's not our problem. You know what? I have tried the Eyeshadow mascaras years ago from an advent calendar when I was first getting into like going on YouTube and kind of figuring out things. I got an advent calendar that had all makeup, and I remember loving the Eyeshadow mascara. That might be something I would want to retry again maybe. I think they're cruelty free too. Okay, so the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadows, normally $25, they're down to $12.50. I feel like they're always in this sale. I do like those for the fall and winter seasons. I find I don't really pull them out a lot in spring and summer. I'm a little bit more basic, clean girl looks, more neutrals, but I have bought these several times. I think even in the sales. Yeah, the one that I really, really love, because I feel like it definitely goes with all the nude looks I do, is the Smoldering Satin look. She is more of a cool toned chocolate babe that is just really pretty. I love the sparkles. I love the way this lays. The formula is super nice. And like you can see, it's kind of more of a cool tone, but it's got the shimmer with it, obviously. And it does a really good job. And these do dry out. So if you have some favorites that you also like to pull out seasonally, keep that in mind because you want to check and make sure yours is not expired because you don't want to put anything expired around the eyes. So this could be a good time to restock for a really inexpensive price of like $12.50 because I bought these full price like a fool. The It Bye Bye Under Eye Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. If you have tattoos you need to cover, if you have not slept in 16 million years, if you are a mummy from the undead and you're trying to convince us all you are a human with regular flesh, this will be your concealer. Let me tell you. I bought this tiny, tiny, tiny little sample muffin, oh my gosh, forever ago. And it will last you to the end of time because you need a little dab will do you. I mean, a little dab. Well, maybe that's too little, but it'll do you. Oh no, look, you can see. It could definitely make some coverage. Like I used to do this when I was in theater. I have some smaller tattoos that I would need to cover. And I can tell you now, certain concealers work better than others. Look at this. Like this, it's too pale for me right now, but that is some coverage. That is some coverage. Yeah, you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot for it to, you know, literally erase you. I'm just saying. So if you need that, cover some tattoos, cover your face. Normally $29, going to be $14.50. I don't necessarily wear it a bunch, I'll be honest, but it's like that secret weapon that if you're like, oh, yeah, the bags under the eyes can be completely concealed. They won't exist. Yeah, so that is everything that I think just kind of scrolling through really quickly, kind of see that are definitely standing out to me as things that I have tried or heard great things about, or really, I'm really excited for seeing some Becca back in there. I really want the under eye concealer because I'm almost out. Oh, you know what? If Tarte on that September 8th, I hope they bring these out as the special surprise for sale. The Aglow, this is the Shape Tape Glow Wand. I'm so almost out because I've been using it like crazy this summer. I'm nearly out. So, ooh, it's like, I think I did a head off before. What, did I like this better or the Becca? And they were two very different beasts. I loved them both. Thank you guys so much for watching and going through this very long video with me where I let you know the things I'm currently loving that I've been using on the daily and stuff that I'm gonna be shopping for, and maybe things that to let you know, what are you thinking of getting in the Ulta 21 day sale? Are there any things in here that you love that I missed? Things that I should check out? Things other people should check out? Tell us in the comments below because I love learning from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do happen to be new, hi new friends, I really hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on all of the fun videos I have coming, because there are so many more to come and spooky season is coming, friends. Bye, y'all.